breaking news right off of the bat, which we're going to have some fun with here. The Hornets, they made a deal. LaMelo Ball's on the move. He's going to the Minnesota Timberwolves for draft picks, capital, and he moves on. I have a lot of gas on this segment, Jeff, so I just want to start with you first. You saw the LaMelo Ball deal go down. What did you feel about it?
Well, I will say I think Charlotte, got fleeced, probably. I'm not sure that you can look at LaMelo for Naz Reid and say like that they didn't. I mean, Naz Reid's a nice player, 13 points a game. Maybe he's a nice piece to your front court. I think this is really more of Charlotte was just tired of LaMelo Ball. They were looking to get rid of him. Mm-hmm. My whole thing is, though, a 2033 pick.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What's that person?
How's that going to help him out, Jeff?
I mean, what do we like? I can understand like a 29, 2033. I mean, I wonder, what I get, nowadays in media, you have some of the dumbest, responses about this. They got to look, LaMelo going to Minnesota. I don't know how that will work out. But anybody looking at this trade and says, like, Charlotte lucked out, like, how? I'd like to get more into, like, Minnesota's side because, like, the fact that they were able to keep Jaden McDaniels to me is super impressive. Look, there's a lot of egos on that team. We love Ant Edwards. Obviously, Anthony Edwards has, his own way of doing things. There is only one ball. Weirdly, there's actually going to be one ball here, but there's only one basketball, and it's going to be interesting to see. But I do have some stats that I need to talk about, just because when you look at Ball, like, we don't maybe give him enough credit. I've been a fan of his for years. I remember touting when Lonzo came out. It was kind of like, to me, Bryce James and LeBron James Jr. I always felt like Bryce James was the better player. I looked at LaMelo and thought, like, I had seen what he was doing in high school as a freshman, a sophomore. I love LaMelo Ball. I think he's terrific. I'm really excited about what those two could do together.
Yeah, and here's my take on it, right? Like, we'll get into we have time to talk about LeVar Ball. And by the way, as a great dad who puts his children first, he does that. Does he make good business decisions? Absolutely not. But for me, I see this move and saying, like, if you're the next generation type player, which LaMelo Ball is, he don't give a damn about his teammates. He don't give a damn about his city. He doesn't give a damn if he doesn't know how to drive a nice car around the city and crash into everything he can like he's playing Super Mario Kart. I think it's a fun move for Minnesota. They're not winning. He's not a winner. They're not winning anything with that type of ball. It's a me generation move there, which I think will be fun to watch. But Minnesota wins nothing with Ball. Do you know why they got rid of him, Jeff? He's eligible for a 2-year extension on an already 3-year contract that he has running out here to pay him close to $65 million a year. I think it's a great move for Charlotte because they weren't winning anything with this guy. Cut him out, cut him loose, get it from out of that contract and see if you can rebuild.
Yeah, I don't agree. I mean, you look at the last 5 years, outside of Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic, LaMelo Ball is the only player in the league that averages 20.
Oh, he's awesome statistically. He just sucks. He's like Westbrook, sucks as a teammate. Like, he's great.
But Donnie, everyone to you sucks as a teammate.
No, they don't. No. I was the one person that said 15 years ago Westbrook would never win a championship because he's a horrible teammate, and I'm right on that.
What exactly is bad about this for Minnesota? They get one of the best point guards in the NBA to go alongside one of the best twos in the NBA.
To sell tickets. Great.
Hold on. You're able to keep McDaniels, who's better than Naz Reid. You still have Rudy Gobert. Look, obviously San Antonio, the Thunder, they're kind of the top, teams out in the Western Conference. But again, they got better by making this. And when we take away the outside vacuum crap, that's what a trade means. Did we get better? Did we get to keep what we wanted to keep? We did all that here. They won this trade, period. There's not an argument.
Like LaMelo Ball and Josh Green to Minnesota, which will be fun. They won't win anything, but I'll watch them. It'll be great for prop. I'm a prop better guy. Be fantastic for props. Those two in the backcourt are going to be sensational to watch. You're just not going to win. But also, the Hornets
Why
get
won't
a 20.
They win?
Hold
Why
on.
Is that?
Hornets get a 2033 unprotected first-round pick and 3 second-round picks and a couple pick swaps. It feels like they barely got anything for the guy, no? Like, if he's a superstar, you could basically got 1 first-round pick?
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, if you're looking at the trade and saying, who won the trade?
Yeah.
There's no competent argument you can make that Charlotte made and won here. Now, again, I do agree with you. They were just looking, I think, move on from him. Like they felt like it was over. And if they could get anything, they were good with it. Again,
Yeah.
though, they did not win this trade. And if you look at the Timberwolves, do I think they got better from like a wins, like a W or like a war, that sort of thing? They'll win more games. Are they good enough to beat Oklahoma City or the Spurs or the Nuggets or whoever? I don't know. This makes them better. It just does.
Makes them fun. It does. It makes them fun. Like when I saw the deal go down, I was like, I like that for Charlotte because you get out from under that contract that's just going to bury you like an anchor. And you're already also all in technically with Minnesota. It's like, Jeff, when we talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, who don't make the right moves and don't sign the right people. But it's almost like you're so far in, Jeff. Like you're not going to move Anthony Edwards and like rebuild. You're going to try whatever you can to keep Anthony Edwards happy, keep the fans coming into the building, and see if you can win. So that's why I don't fault the Minnesota Timberwolves. I just look at it and say, like, man, I'm getting a guy that Anthony Edwards and him might beat the hell out of each other during the season on, are you going to play any defense? Are you going to stop shooting from midcourt? Can I get the ball? It's my team. That's what I'm looking forward to watching here.
Yeah, I do agree that at times, look, a lot of NBA players take bad shots, right? I mean, in this, we have to look at this league for what it is.
Yep.
Joel Embiid is a great player. But what has been the argument for years outside of the injuries in this town with Embiid? And I'll go to another player as well.
Go ahead.
With Joel Embiid, it's why does he shoot so many threes? Get on the block, right? I saw Wemby in the NBA Finals take some bad shots. Look, we have to understand these guys love to shoot the ball. That's just what it is. Does LaMelo Ball take some bad shots? Yeah, but I got to tell you, if you want a point guard, and I'm talking about pure point guard for what you can get in the NBA now. Look, the years of like Steve Nash, like those are over.
They're done. You're
right? LaMelo Ball, again, the only player outside of Jokic and Doncic to average 20 points per game and 7 assists per game. He's still a terrific point guard. And look, maybe I'm a little too positive here, which I'm usually not, but I love these two together. I'm very excited about the prospect. Look, we look at this team. They were the 6th team in the Western Conference this year. They lost 4-2. They didn't get swept. They won 2 games against the defending Western Conference champions. I think all of a sudden you probably put them kind of, I would say, right behind the Nuggets, right in the Lakers kind of realm. I think they're now a top 4 team as opposed to a top 6 or 7. Will they win the whole thing? You know, I relate them a lot, Donnie, to, the Nuggets ultimately did. But I look at their duo kind of similarly. Obviously, they have a big and Jamal Murray, but this is a really good duo that's now one of the top 5 or 6 in the NBA. I think it's exciting. I think we have to really malign these Charlotte Hornets for what they didn't get back. This is a disgrace as far as what they were to get back. And I give the ownership and the GM at the Minnesota Timberwolves some real credit because they have been steadfast in trying to acquire somebody. They didn't get Giannis. They then try to get LaMelo. But they were able to keep a guy in Jaden McDaniels who they really like. You look at that starting 5 now. Okay, you have LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, DeSumo, McDaniels, Gobert. It's a nice little starting 5 there. You got to build. And I think they've gotten better, and then you give up much to get it.